What's good, 99 Dream family? We back at it, episode 58 of the 99 Dream Journey. My name is Julian Taliaferro. Y'all know we coming again with another weekly business update, lessons for the week, and topic for the day, which is positioning. So I have a powerful quote for this week, and it goes, "Every great man is the actor of his own ideal," from Friedrich Nietzsche. And this is a powerful one in my mind. When you think about your future self, the one you see living the life that you want to live, what this quote says to me is just that there's no shortcut to that other than just being that person. And again, the quote goes, "Every great man is the actor of his own ideal," from Friedrich Nietzsche. And now I can get into my business update. So I have two highlights for this week. The first one is just that it was startup week. So it was great to see a lineup of events throughout the week, and I was able to go to a couple of them. And then the second highlight is just that my UI UX designer ended up finishing up my website mock-up for what I wanted my platform to look like. So now it was just on me to move to my next step. That's my business update. And now I can get into my lesson of the week, and I have one of them. And it's just to be your own source of inspiration. Personally, a lot of times I can get caught up in trying to find sources of motivation, whether it's internal or external, but motivation is more ephemeral. It's short lasting and is not as long lasting as it needs to be, right? That I feel like inspiration is. So if I'm my own source of inspiration, it gives me something that's lasting that I can continue to rely upon moving forward, and that way I can just continue to push towards my mission. That's my lesson for the week. Be your own source of inspiration. And now I can get into my topic, which is positioning. So like I said, this past week was Texas. I don't want to say Texas, but it was just startup week down here in San Antonio. And on Tuesday, I was able to go to a 100K pinch competition, which was hosted by TechFuel. And first off, this was a great event, and there were 5 companies pitching. And I just want to start by giving props to the 5 companies that went on stage, because they were all making moves, honestly, and they all had traction. They weren't playing any games. And from my side, as somebody who wants to build a successful startup, that's always great to see firsthand companies that are being successful and are growing. And it does a big thing for me as I'm in the audience looking up at these founders and I watch them. It gives me a reality check by saying, okay, I need to be on that stage, or I need to have a company that's just as successful and that has traction. So after going to this event, I just realized that the one thing I need to have plastered on my mind at all times is traction. How do I get it? What does it look like for my company? What do I need to do? Any sentence that has the word traction in it, I need to have ingrained. But also, while I was at this event and I was watching these pitches, I was analyzing the speakers as well. And I could see how each speaker had a different positioning and a specialty that they leaned into. So each founder has something special that either the audience, the judges, or even investors could buy into. So as I go through the 5 speakers, I looked and I saw that the first one had a really good grip on business aspects. So he wasn't the founder himself. He was somebody that the company brought in to be the CEO, and you could tell that he had a really good business acumen. The second founder, who was the leader of the second company, he had a really good grip on engineering and the technical aspect, and you could see how his business and his company lined into that. The third had a really good grip on the vision and building a company that's revolutionary and pushing the boundaries of what it means to build a startup, something that can truly change the landscape of an entire industry. He had a really good grip on that, and that's clearly what he was promoting in his pitch. The fourth founder had a grip on experience, just in his background. And then the fifth was really great with communication and an explanation, whether it was explaining what his company did now, what he wants his company to do 10 months from now, what he wants his company to do 2-3 years from now. He was really good at explaining that and what his company needs. So from my perspective, it was apparent each of the founders' strengths, specialty, or whatever they leaned into. And you could see how that affected the businesses that they were building respectively. So that leads me to ask, what is my special trait that I bring to the table that I can lean on? And does that trait, is it significant enough that people want to buy into it? Right. So that's my topic for this week, positioning, because I want to find my own positioning as a founder. And the next steps for me are continue work on the startup. So, all right, let's get it, y'all. Going to achieve your 99 dream. And it's 99 dream because you are going to achieve your dream. And it will be 100%, but nothing is perfect. So you're going to achieve 99% of that. And let's go and let's get it.